Coming up on CTV News tonight, an investigation into the new FBI location is launched. Plus, it's World AIDS Day.
You don't know if you're positive, and there are a lot of people who are out there who are walking around with HIV and have not been tested, who do not know. So they're more likely to spread it to other people.
And the Pumas are playing to bring home the big trophy. That and more up next on CTV News.
Good evening. I'm Byron Scott with a CTV News update. Well, the fight over the final location of the FBI headquarters continues. The acting inspector general has announced an investigation into the site selection process. The action comes in response to a November 15th letter signed by nearly a dozen Virginia congressional leaders alleging the selection process had been, quote, fouled by political considerations and alleged impropriety. The Virginia lawmakers alleged the selection process was changed after the GSA bowed to pressure from Maryland lawmakers.
Oh yeah, I make no apologies for working as hard as I could, and along with the rest of the Maryland delegation. Steny Hoyer took the lead, but we worked very hard to demonstrate why the Greenbelt site should be the one that's selected. But at the end of the day, it's just the facts that carried it. You know, the Greenbelt site's probably about $1 billion less from the standpoint of comparison with Springfield. The Greenbelt site is walking distance to the metro station. Springfield is not. The Greenbelt site is shovel ready. The Springfield site is, it's got buildings on it that are actually in use and would take apparently a year or two to clear away. So just on the obvious things, especially the cost. I mean, for American taxpayers to pay an extra $1 billion or so, put this in Springfield makes absolutely no sense.
The GSA selected the Greenbelt site on November 9th. One person is dead, another hospitalized following a two-vehicle collision earlier this morning in Landover. It happened at around 1 o'clock on Landover Road and Kent Town Place and involved a sedan and an overturned SUV. The woman driving the SUV was pronounced dead at the scene, and the other driver was taken to an area hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. The cause of the crash, police say, is still under investigation. And the first woman to serve as U.S. Supreme Court Justice has died. Sandra Day O'Connor was 93 years old. She was appointed by President Ronald Reagan back in 1981 and served for 25 years before retiring in 2006. She passed away in Phoenix, Arizona of advanced dementia and a respiratory illness. And dangerous water is still a problem at Prince George's County Public Schools, 6 years after the district said it completed steps to provide lead-free water to students and staff. Earlier this year, drinking water in more than 100 schools was found to have lead content over approved levels. Officials say every school has at least one filtered water fountain. PGCTV has spent more than $300,000 on bottled water in the last 2 years and says it'll put more filter systems in place once funding becomes available. And you're watching CTV News. I'm Byron Scott. Coming up, Bowie State University gearing up for its annual holiday concert, and you're invited to take part. That story and more after the break. Stay tuned.
Dear Santa, this may sound a little funny, but this year, I don't want any games or toys for Christmas. This year, the only thing I want for Christmas is for kids to get the help they need. People who support Shriners Hospital through Children, their support help Destiny have the ability to walk. Kids like Katie can run and play. And it helps Alec have a life filled with hope and opportunity. Their support allows the doctors and nurses at Shriners Hospitals to give the most amazing care that changes the lives of kids like me. People who support Shriners Hospital through Children is all I want for Christmas this year. This Christmas, all you have to do is go to loveshriners.org right now.
December 1st is recognized as internationally as World AIDS Day. So on this day, we remember those who died from the disease, but also to recommit to ending the stigma around HIV and AIDS. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, more than 1.2 million people in the U.S. are living with HIV. Medical experts say early detection of the disease and the right medication can help someone live a long and healthy life.
Always know your status. I recommend people get tested at least once a year. Even if you're married, even if you're in a committed relationship, the best case scenario is you know the results. If you get with a new partner, definitely have them get tested before you engage in any intimate relationships. You can go and get tested together, and if you decide to get tested separately, visually see their results. Don't take I'm negative, I'm clean, it's normal for an answer. See it for yourself.
World AIDS Day was first recognized back in 1988. Meantime, the nonprofit Daydream Sunshine Initiative held an HIV and hepatitis C screening in Mount Rainier earlier today. Metro warns it may have to cut service as it struggles with money woes. General Manager Randy Clark says the transit system could see service cuts as soon as spring if the agency doesn't close an anticipated $750 million gap. Clark outlined the agency's financial woes and its projected impact during a transit summit on Thursday. Metro's board is exploring proposals, each calling for additional funding from neighboring jurisdictions. And the local transit union and legal advocacy group send a letter to the Maryland Department of Labor calling on them to improve enforcement of the state's living wage law. That law requires companies that have contracts with the state worth at least $100,000 to submit payroll reports to show that they are paying their employees the required amount. According to ATU Local 689 and the Public Justice Center, many contractors have failed to comply, which makes it easier for them to steal wages.
We're asking them to reinstitute a policy that was part of Maryland's policy during the O'Malley administration. And basically what that policy was that the state did in fact have the authority to require contractors to submit the proof of any subcontractors they have, to submit their what's called certified payroll. Certified payroll just means, the actual payroll, and then certified, someone signing it, saying this is true. I promise that this is what happened. And so we're asking that the Maryland Department of Labor do that again, just like they did it during the O'Malley administration. We're asking them to restart that under the Moore administration and to shine a light on what's happening under the basic theory that sunlight is the best disinfectant.
In other news, if you have an old Gmail account you haven't used in a while, Google could delete your account as early as today. The company announcing a new security policy this year indicating that it will delete Google accounts that have not been used in the last 2 years. All you need to do to keep your old account is sign in. That'll keep it active for another 2 years. Well, this weekend marks the 50th anniversary of the opening of the Capitol Center in Landover. Although the venue has been closed for more than 20 years, the iconic arena still brings up fond memories for many D.C. area residents. The doors first opened back on December 2nd, 1973 with an inaugural basketball game, but the arena also hosted concerts including Earth, Wind & Fire, 2 presidential inaugural ceremonies, and a host of other events. Former employees, friends, and family will gather this Sunday to celebrate the anniversary and unveil a new Capitol Center legacy website and book. Well, Amazon is helping college students get home for the holidays, offering Prime Students members $25 flights. 76% of college students say cost is their greatest travel concern. Prime Student members can get domestic flights to travel between December 8th and Christmas Day at the discounted price. The tickets will be on sale between December 5th and the 7th. Only 1,000 tickets are available each day. Visit the website on your screen for more information. There it is. And now Simon Buggs joining us for the preview of the Friday Sports page. What's going on?
Hey there, Byron, and hey everyone. And coming up on your Friday Sports page, a quick look at some high school and professional football games that will take place over the weekend. Don't move.
I am.
I was screened at birth for illness and disease.
I received the polio vaccine.
My preterm baby was able to breathe on her own.
I had paid family leave after I gave birth.
I am March of Dimes.
You may not know it, but every single one of us has been supported by March of Dimes.
Even if you are healthy today,
You are March of Dimes.
Today, we're facing a serious challenge.
This nation is one of the most dangerous for childbirth.
Why?
Health inequity. March of Dimes is working to make this world one where every mom and baby is healthy.
Where every family has equal access to care.
Where every baby born too soon has the chance to survive.
Where every mom, pregnant and postpartum, is heard.
No matter your background, your gender, race, or where you live.
With your help, your time.
With your voice.
We can.
We can.
We can make change happen.
We are March of Dimes.
And so are you.
Members of the Bowie State University Concert Choir are preparing for their annual performance of Handel's Messiah, and as is tradition, the event will be a community sing-along concert, meaning all are invited to attend and sing along. The event will be a mix of mingle reception starting at 7 o'clock at the Bowie State University Fine Arts Center, with the performance set for 7:30 in the Dionne Warwick Theater.
I hate to say the word stuffy, but this is kind of Messiah with a twist. We do some other music as well. We sing some holiday jazz tunes in this as well, and some Christmas carols. The exciting thing about it is we have different soloists from the region who are Grammy Award winners, Grammy nominated singers. It's for everyone. It's absolutely for everyone. So, and I say that is whether you're a shower singer, car singer, professional, semi-professional, you sing at your church. And that's the interesting thing is this music has been, what we found out last year, many of my collegiate students weren't aware of the Messiah. They didn't understand some of the traditions. And what was great was bringing the community. Those people have been singing it for so many years. It almost kind of made lockstep and key. And they said, well, I didn't know we were supposed to stand up for the singing of the Hallelujah chorus. And now I see everybody's doing it. It allowed for so much to happen that would not have necessarily happened in just a regular standard concert.
The free event is set for Wednesday, December 13th, again at 7 p.m.
Hey everybody, it's time for your Friday sports page. The Wise High School football team will try and cap off their season with a state title tonight as they take the field against Broadneck. The Pumas have been dominant throughout the year as they have an 11-1 record. But winning the state title won't be easy as the Bruins have played well also this season as they have an 11-2 record. CTV Sports will be covering the game and will have highlights for you on Monday. Switching to the NFL, the Washington Commanders will try and keep their playoff hopes alive this weekend when they match up against the Miami Dolphins at home on Sunday. Washington has struggled this season, only winning 4 out of their 12 games. The two teams will take the field at 1 o'clock.
Okay, a lot of games happening this weekend. The Wise game, a lot of excitement. You're heading up there tonight. What do you expect to see?
Byron, I think this can be a great game. Like I said, you have two teams who have each won 11 games. It can be a close one for sure, but I do think that Coach Delon Parrish and the rest of the Pumas will pull out the win.
You think so?
I think so.
Guaranteed?
I wouldn't go that far, but I definitely think they have a chance at winning.
Okay. Let's take a look now at our weekend weather forecast tonight. Mostly cloudy with a low of 46 degrees. Tomorrow, a chance of rain all day with a high of 64. Sunday, the wet weather continues. Temps will reach 60 degrees during the day. Monday, the sun returns with a high of 55. And now for the community calendar, the city of Bowie is hosting its annual holiday tree lighting. Enjoy food trucks, caroling, crafts, and a visit from Santa and Mrs. Claus. It takes place December 3rd, Sunday from 7 to 8:30 in the evening at the Bowie Senior Center. For more information, call 301-262-6200. And that's our news for tonight. I'm Byron Scott.
And I'm Simon Bogues.
See you on Monday. Good night.
Good night.